Cut an octopus's arm from its body. Something unsettling happens. The severed arm keeps moving. It crawls. It reaches toward food placed nearby. And in documented laboratory observations, it even attempts to grip that food and pass it toward where a mouth would be, despite no longer being connected to one. This isn't a nerve twitching out its final signal. This is, in a very real sense, the arm still thinking for itself. To understand why, we need to talk about one of the strangest nervous systems evolution has ever produced. One so unconventional, scientists still debate how to even describe it. Today, we're exploring octopus intelligence, not as a curiosity, but as a genuine evolutionary puzzle. Octopuses are mollusks, the same broad group as clams, snails, and oysters. Creatures not exactly known for complex thought, and yet octopuses solve puzzles. They use tools. They recognize individual human faces. In controlled studies, they've shown problem-solving abilities that rival many vertebrates. How did a soft-bodied invertebrate, separated from us by hundreds of millions of years of evolution, end up with anything resembling sophisticated intelligence at all? Let's start with the architecture, because it's unlike anything else alive. An octopus has a central brain located between its eyes, but that brain holds only a fraction of its total neurons. Most of its nervous system, roughly 2/3, is spread throughout its body, concentrated in dense clusters running along each of its 8 arms. This is sometimes described as octopuses having 9 brains. That's more metaphor than biology. What they actually have is one central brain and large clusters of neurons, almost like local processing centers in every arm. Each arm can sense texture, taste chemicals, and generate coordinated movement, largely on its own, without waiting for instructions from the brain. Researchers describe it less like a single commander controlling 8 obedient limbs, and more like a central office working alongside 8 independent field agents, each capable of making its own calls in real time. That's why a severed arm can still reach for food. Its local cluster processes the signal and acts, because, in a meaningful sense, that decision was never centralized to begin with. So why did evolution build a nervous system this way? An octopus arm can bend, twist, and curl at almost any point along its length, giving it an enormous number of possible movements at any given moment. Coordinating that much flexibility from one central brain would require an overwhelming stream of constant signals. Distributing decision-making into each arm solves that problem directly. Local clusters handle the immediate, moment-to-moment adjustments. The brain focuses on the bigger picture. But here's the part that shocked scientists even more. Octopuses don't just move well, they think ahead. In controlled studies, they've unscrewed jar lids to reach food inside. In multiple documented aquarium cases, they've carried coconut shell halves across the seafloor specifically to reassemble. As shelter later, behavior, some researchers argue, qualifies as genuine tool use, something almost unheard of among invertebrates. And this is where the mystery becomes even stranger. Multiple research facilities have documented octopuses learning to recognize individual, human caretakers, in some cases, squirting water specifically at researchers they seemed to dislike, while staying calm around others. That kind of individual recognition and memory surprised even the scientists studying it. Here's the puzzle. In most animals, complex intelligence develops through long lifespans and years of social learning, offspring watching and copying parents. Octopuses break that pattern completely. Most species live only 1 to 2 years. They receive no parental care after hatching. Most live entirely alone. No childhood, no teachers, no generations passing down knowledge. Whatever an octopus figures out, it has to figure out alone, within a single brief life. So researchers now believe the real answer isn't social. It's survival. Octopuses gave up the one thing that protects most of their relatives, a hard shell. That trade bought them incredible flexibility and camouflage, but left them almost defenseless, without something else to compensate. Intelligence may have evolved simply because they had nothing else, standing between them and every predator in the ocean. No armor, no safety in numbers, just a body built for constant improvisation and a nervous system built to match it. We tend to assume real intelligence needs long social lives and years to develop. The octopus proves there's another path entirely, one built on radical flexibility, distributed thinking, and fast individual learning, all packed into a life that, for most species, ends after about a year. Today, researchers keep finding new evidence that challenges what we thought we knew about which animals are capable of real thought. Some now call the octopus the closest thing on Earth to encountering a truly alien mind. Intelligence that evolved on a completely separate path from every other thinking creature we know. We imagine intelligence as something that needs one mind in charge, directing everything from a single command center. The octopus quietly proves otherwise. Every time it solves a problem using an arm that is, in some sense, already thinking for itself. Maybe the strangest mind on Earth never needed to look anything like ours. It only needed to survive.